Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you very much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your timeless message from your future self. And the reason why it is timeless is because this message is relevant for whenever you find it and choose to view it. It is a collective general reading, and so as the messages come through today, just take what fits and leave what doesn't, because if it is not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else. And also be sure to check out your other placements. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said now, let's begin. Tapping into the Cancer collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What would Cancer's future self like to tell them at the time they view this reading? What would Cancer's future self like them to know? One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have preparation, card number 37. And at the bottom of the deck, you have gifts, card number 21. So I'm going to read from the Urban Crow Oracle book here, the meaning of these cards, and then we'll get into them with tarot and clarify the message further for you. Card number 37, preparation. Here in Seattle area, we have lots of ferries, and these smart birds have mastered the ferry schedule. The crows know when the boat will return and on which side of the road the cars will disembark. While the ferry is crossing the sound, the birds harvest the clams from the nearby beach. They bring the clams over to the ferry landing and strategically place the clams just right, so when the cars leave the boat, they run over the shells, breaking them apart and leaving fresh clam meat for the picking. Preparation speaks to getting ready for something you know is on the horizon and planning for it accordingly. It's about getting all of your ducks in a row, or in this case, all of your clams, so that you achieve the most beneficial outcome. Gifts, card number 21. When I would discover a foreign object on my apartment balcony, my heart would sing. One time, my gift arrived in the form of a bright green cap. Another time, it was a very long stick. Crows express gratitude and appreciation when they feel a connection with a human. Gifts ask that you take a moment to recognize a connection and make someone's day by dropping off a gift. Gifts come in all shapes and sizes. Not everything needs to be shiny or valuable. Sometimes a gift is simply a smile or someone holding the door open for you. Gifts during a reading may appear as a reminder to be grateful for all the good things that have happened during your situation. Just like crows dropping off a bottle cap as a loving gesture, the universe sends us gifts every single day. All it wants in return is to know that they are appreciated. Imagine if you gave someone a gift and they didn't acknowledge it. You might think twice before giving them another. Now think about when you give someone a gift and they are appreciative. It makes you want to give them another one. The universe is just like that. Gifts is a simple reminder to say thank you so that the universe will continue sending you more. Okay, let's get into tarot. Tell me more about this message here for the Cancer collective from their future self, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. We are clarifying card number 37, preparation, and card number 21, gifts. And to get one more shuffle here for you. Thank you. We have the Tower. We have the King of Cups, and we have the Four of Pentacles. In the bottom row, we have the Chariot, we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Eight of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups, we have the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Strength card, and that leaves the Hermit here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we're going to clarify these cards now with the After Tarot deck. The images in this deck are different, and so are the meanings, and we'll go through them as necessary during your reading. Can you clarify this further, please, for the Cancer collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements? We are clarifying the Tower, King of Cups, Four of Pentacles, the Chariot, Queen of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Tower is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. The King of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Three of Pentacles. The Chariot is clarified by the Ace of Wands. The Queen of Cups is clarified by the King of Pentacles. And the Eight of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Swords. The bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Pentacles. You have the Star. And you have the Seven of Cups. Now leaves the Five of Pentacles to the Chariot here at the bottom of the deck. The Cancer collective is on the move. And if you don't believe that at this time, your future self is telling you it's time to prepare. Your life is changing in a dramatic way, whether this is in career and finance, love and romance, or or some other aspect that could even include relocation for some of you. Whatever it is unique and different for all of you, but you either know that this new chapter of your life is about to happen, or you're just intuitively feeling that it is. The time to plan is now. King of Cups, this is your energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. It's time for you to get to work preparing this new chapter. Don't leave it to fate. Don't leave it to chance. Don't put your power or your destiny in the hands of another. It's time for you to take control and diligently craft a plan to move your life forward. Four of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles. There's something here about getting to work to move yourself out of a place of stagnancy, a place that at this time could be a comfort zone for some of you. There's a need to grow beyond it and to plant a new seed. 3 Pentacles plus 4 Pentacles is 7 of Pentacles. If this message is resonating for you, then you're already in this situation, environment, or connection. We'll call it a circumstance. And you have already been wondering, is the juice worth the squeeze? Do I still want to be here? Do I want to keep existing this way or engaging in whatever this is? That's your intuition telling you it's time to change. It's time to make some preparations, time to make a plan so we can change something here in our life. That again, maybe it's a bit of a comfort zone or something we've always done, but it's time to change it up and move forward. Time to prepare for a change. There is I'll call it a new chapter here in your life. It's sort of waiting to knock on the door. I feel like it's incrementally or slowly taking steps towards you, but you need to meet it halfway. Queen of Cups to the King of Pentacles. Whether you're masculine or feminine, this is you. The King of Pentacles is the energy of someone who looks out into the future. They see what it is that they want, and they begin investing in it. Their resources, whether it's their time, their love, their money, their talent. It's someone who's in it for the long run. So whatever this change is here for you, it's time for you to get real. It's time for you to utilize all of your gifts, however great or small they may be, so you can prepare for this new chapter of your life. Right behind the gifts card is the upheaval card. And there's something like that with that tower. It's like if you don't plan accordingly, this could actually be jarring for you. You can control this a lot better if you're behind the steering wheel, if you're the one making the decision. 8 of Cups to the Ace of Swords. There's something here about you are leaving behind a particular chapter in your life, some kind of comfort zone. And again, I don't know what that is for you. Career and finance, love and romance, just the way you exist. I'm not a fear-mongering tarot reader. If you know that there's something here in your life that you need to change, then your future self is telling you it's time to create a pathway or a strategy here to change it before you're forced into the change. When you're forced into the change, you have no time to prepare. So the preparation phase should be occurring now at the time that you're watching this reading. This could be more of like a controlled disruption, a controlled change if you are leading the pack here. So let me give you an example before we begin to clarify. Let's say you're a Cancerian, you're currently at work, and you can tell from looking around, this place is not doing well. Revenue is down. They're starting to let go of people. There's been talks that they may start outsourcing some of our jobs. This is the time to learn a new skill. 4 of Pentacles to the 3 of Pentacles. Learn a new skill. Look for another job. Again, the job is ending, and I'm not predicting that for you. I'm just telling you there's upheaval coming, but you can control it better if you're like, you know what, this is my moment. I'm going to start looking for another job. Far better for you to find a new place of employment in your time, in your choosing, before you're abruptly let go and now you're scrambling to get any job, which may not be the best job for you, but in that moment of desperation, you might be like, well, I have to take whatever I can get. So you have inherent gifts, and there's a need here for you to tap into those gifts and either use them to your benefit or perfect them in a way. So maybe you have a skill here that you have, and you need to like brush up upon it. Maybe you know a program, but you really need to learn like the next version. There's something like that here at play, developing your gifts, developing your skills so you can better utilize them to move your life forward. Again, at your own pace, as opposed to it being forced upon you. Tell me, what is this Tower? Your future self is trying to tell you it's time to prepare for change. This could even be a living situation. Maybe I'm speaking to a Cancerian, you are a renter. Again, it's only an example, not trying to instill fear in you, but your future self, let's say you are a renter, saying, you know that this place is not doing well. Maybe they aren't maintaining it properly. Perhaps that the landlord is aging out. you know it's only a matter of time before they sell the place, and you don't know who or what they're going to sell it to, if your lease will be kept or renewed. It's like, if that's your feeling, either you don't like the building, you know, you don't like the complex anymore, or there are rumors circling about that they could be changing hands or something like that, or maybe even demoing the building. It's time to look for another place to live. Again, you get to control this change provided you start working on it today, as opposed to allowing it to happen to you. And then, you know, you're abruptly told that we're selling the place and you have 30 days to get out. And you're like, oh my God, I don't have time now to save money. I got to pack up all my things. Where do I go? I have pets. Now I have to find another place to live that will accept pets. There's something like that. I mean, you will get through the tower. There's no doubt about it. But it's a lot smoother of a transition if you get to control when the tower happens, as opposed to allowing the tower to happen to you. And then you have to kind of like scramble to get everything together and survive it or move on from it. What is this tower? Tell me more about the tower. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The tower is clarified by the 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, and the Empress card. At the bottom of the deck, you have the 6 of Swords. Tell me more about that 10 of Pentacles. Tell me more about the 10 of Pentacles. So the tower is coming in to shake up something. I believe it's in terms of your finances. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We're clarifying the 10 of Pentacles by the 5 of Pentacles, the King of Cups, there you are, and the 10 of Wands, bottom of the deck, the High Priestess. These tend to be very specific. So if you're not currently having any financial issues or issues with work, then this just isn't your reading, and that's okay. You're welcome to check another placement. But this is specific for those of you, whether you are employed by someone else or you are self-employed. There's a shakeup coming to your finances. You either are well aware of it, you suspect it, or you're intuitively feeling that it's coming. I feel like you get to control this outcome if you start preparing for it now, looking for another job now, brushing up on your skills, perhaps learning something new, readjusting your current business model for those of you who are self-employed. Tell me about that 4 of Pentacles. And it's like you will make it through either way, whether you prepare for the tower or you don't. So I don't want this reading to scare you. Your future self is saying you will make it through. But how you make it through, how complex or difficult it will be completely dependent upon how you take your current gifts and maximize them or utilize them for yourself, so you can transition into, get through this transition a lot easier. Tell me about this 4 of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The 4 of Pentacles is clarified by the 4 of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, you have the 2 of Pentacles. Clarify that 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is financial in nature, and it has the ability to disrupt your stability, whether it's your financial stability or the way you live, maybe your current lifestyle. You can't avoid the tower. None of us really can. But how we prepare for it determines how we survive it and how easy it is to rebuild from it. Ace of Cups, that is the truth. There are only 4 aces in a deck. And whenever I say something and an ace pops out or shows itself, I feel like it's source doubling down on the message. Like, good job channeling, Jen. You have the Ace of Cups, you have the Knight of Pentacles, and you have the 2 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, you have 2 of Swords. This is the time to no longer bury your head in the sand when it comes to your financial future. And I'm not a financial advisor, but this could be something for those of you who are, like, maybe you're retired or you have a 401k plan. I would just check up on that plan. I'm not telling you to cancel it. I'm not telling you how to invest your funds. I would just check up on all of your financial outlets or resources, if you will. There's a strategy or plan here that you can create that's going to make this transition for you from the Ace of Wands to the 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands in this deck is called future planning. So there's something here about planning now for this financial upheaval or financial change, which could affect your stability. This change is coming in quick. Queen of Cups. What does Cancer have to do from now? What can they do from now? One more shuffle here. Thank you. High Priestess, 6 of Wands, and the Death card. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles, create that plan. If this message is hitting home for you and you're like, yes, there's been rumors that they might close the business or sell it off or something like that. If there's any types of discussions within your workplace that, you know, maybe it's a generational type of company and you're noticing that the next generation doesn't really want to take it over. If there's any discussions about like revenue is down, possible outsourcing of your job, if you're going to work and you're noticing there are less and less people because they're letting people go or they're eliminating positions, that should be your cue. Oof, it's time for me to look for another job, one that is dependable, one that I'm not scrambling to get last minute when this place gives me little to no notice that they're closing up or I'm losing my job or something like that. It's like prepare now. So there's something like that. If your intuition is telling you, because I have like two groups of you, like if you know firsthand that something here is changing in terms of housing or something is changing in terms of your workplace, or you're noticing that your business is not doing well revenue wise, this is the time to look for the new place to live or the new job or start learning something here to change up your business model. So if you've heard of anything like that or you're seeing it, I would start making those moves. And if you're not seeing it or hearing it, but you're just intuitively being called that it's time to go or time to change something up or find another job, I would listen to your intuition about this. This definitely has to do with your stability. So either house and home or your career and finance, whether you are employed by someone else or self-employed. There's something here about you listening to your intuition to move yourself forward, to prepare yourself for this change. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Tower, Page of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. Don't wait for the news of the Tower to come. I'm going to throw this out there for one person watching, probably one person. I could be speaking to someone where you're a Cancerian and you have resources tied up with an individual. Let's say they're your long-term partner. It's quite possible that I'm speaking to one Cancerian where your partner is very, very ill. Ill, and I don't do any health readings. Again, just channeling the messages that I'm getting. If you know that your partner is very, very ill, that they could succumb to, you know, to their illness any day now, there's a need for you to prepare, whether it's a will, where are you going to live, what happens with the disbursement of their possessions. I don't know why I just got that message, but that might be relevant for one person watching. There's definitely a change here on the horizon when it comes to structure and stability and your finances. And the time to plan is now, whether you intuitively know the change is coming or you know it firsthand. Eight of Cups. Yeah, if you wait till the Tower hits, then you're scrambling. Then you're scrambling to get information, to get data, to, you know, collect your resume, get your applications out there, find a new place to live. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Eight of Cups is clarified by Five of Wands, Four of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. Clarify the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is clarified by the Two of Swords, the Lovers, and the High Priestess. Again, bottom of the deck, the Emperor. Don't ignore this message. Don't ignore your intuition. Don't think it'll never happen to me. They'll never sell this building. I'll never lose my job. If you get stuck in Never Never Land, this tower is going to hit you really hard. There's something here about you getting your financial assets and resources in order from now. Whether you are retired and you have money invested, or you work for someone else, or your resources are tied up to someone who is terminally ill, or you're self-employed. You need to take control of this now, Cancer, if this message is resonating for you. Let's get you some advice. You all come through the Tower okay. I want to drive that message home. I don't want this message to freak you out. You all get through it okay. But the level of difficulty will be based upon how well you prepare for it now. 3 cards of advice here for a Cancer. 3 cards of advice. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have Judgment, listening to your inner calling, the Moon, and the Hangman. 3 major arcana cards. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Pentacles, This definitely has to do with structure, home, and the possibility here of a financial loss. Listen to your inner calling. Don't succumb to the anxieties, the fears, the illusions, the insecurities. Don't let them cloud your judgment. Don't bury your head in the sand. See this from another perspective. If you're part of the collective and this financial change is happening, make the judgment call to start working on it now. Start shoring up your finances now. Start saving now, like I said, or looking for another job, whatever this is for you, or maybe another place where to live. Worst case scenario, you're part of the collective, but this one particular message does not apply to you. It's okay. You probably just found a better job. You probably just found a better place to live, or you've created some type of financial nest egg for yourself. You've safeguarded your resources for the future. So I would see this reading as beneficial to you to start focusing on your money and your long-term financial goals, as well as your housing stability. If the tower ends up happening, you're fully prepared. If the tower does not happen, you're better off. That is what I have for you, Cancer. That is your message there from your future self. Start preparing for your finances, for your future, for your retirement, particularly. There's someone here that needs to know that it's time to start saving money or putting a plan together for retirement. That is what I have for you. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.